Hi, friends. Welcome to Tabletop tonight. This is What You Played. This is a companion piece to my regular series, Ruel's Wrap Up. I don't even know what it's called, where I talk about the games and I rank them that I played last month. But now I want to talk about the games that you played last month, and this is for the June of 2023, the month of June. Love to hear what you're talking about, and we record this live on Twitch. So this happens in real time. Click the show notes below for links and where I am and what time I'm doing these things and all that. But right now we're recording this live on Twitch for all our friends on YouTube, and I'd like to get to the first game, or the first game from our viewers here. It is where's my little button I'm supposed to press? Oh my gosh, there it is right there. You'll see BGG is on the page, and what I'm doing is live on Twitch. Got friends in chat, and our first one is Legends. Legends is a valued member, or actually everyone here is a valued member of the community. But Legends also does our monthly somewhat monthly solo challenges in our Discord channel. You can check the show notes for the links there. But what they played this month: Ice Cool, Dwarf Romantic, The Guild of Merchant Explorers, Super Motherlode, Legacy U, Letter Jam, Pictionary, and Skull King. Now, out of those, I enjoy most of those. I really like Guild of Merchant Explorers, but I'm not going to talk about that one. Let's talk about Legacy of U, because it seems like everyone's playing this one these days. It's got all the hype because it is Shem Phillips. It's a solo game, and we just talked about Legends being part of the solo challenge, the L&J challenge on my Discord. This is a solo game by Shem, and it is got all kinds of good stuff here: worker placement, deck building or bag building and whatnot. Let's get a picture of the game. Again, I love all the art that they always do in their games. I don't know much about this game, but again, I just look at it. I love the fact that Shem Phillips games, they all have that similar, look and feel to them. Like the artwork's a little different, but just the iconography, it's always, to me, always very clear. When you're playing the game. I mean, I have no idea what this game is about, but it looks like here you're going to be converting resources. Here are the icons for each of these cards. Oh, I love this. I'm looking forward to this. Storybook. Is this a campaign game? I believe it is, folks. So there you have it. Legacy U. Let's just take a quick look at the description. People in ancient China were constantly plagued by deadly floods along the Yellow River. It's a solo-only, fully resettable, non-linear campaign game in which you step in the role of legendary hero of the Z Dynasty, Yu the Great. Be your job to build the canals ahead of the impending flood, also defending your growing village against barbarians and whatnot. Oh, man. Yeah, I love Shem Phillips games and Garfield games. They do good stuff, so I'm looking forward to this one. Thank you, Legends, for that. Let's move on. Again, we're talking about the games that you played in the month of June, folks. We got our friend Brian Ashman in the house. Potion Explosion. Last time BGA, first time for my group. Game took oh, wow, that's a long time for Potion Explosion. That is normally, I would say, like a 30 to 45 minutes game. But on BGA, if you're doing, turn-based, it can take a while, of course. Or as a learning game as well, it could take a while. But if you haven't played this one, friends, I mean, the analog version, this thing just hits. When it goes on the table, people see this and they go goo goo gaga. All right, we got it right after it came out, and Michelle and I just absolutely love this. We played the heck out of it. Now, this one, I don't know if this is the original or not. This is the little marble dispenser. Back in the day, it was cardboard, and I think it's plastic now. But ours has definitely seen the better days in the past, because ours is pretty banged up. But because we played it so much, it's so good. It's got a lot of that puzzly, like those apps, Candy Crush and whatnot, where you take a marble and then the other marbles crash into each other. And if they're the same color, you take those as well. So you can have this thing where you're triggering a bunch of different explosions and take those. You're using those marbles to complete your potions, little set collection there. So this one may take blue and yellow. This one might take red and blue or whatever, all the different colors. And as you're playing that, some of those potions have different abilities, which allow you to, reuse potions, allow you to take different things from the board. Wonderful game. I still think it holds up. I played the expansion, which is terrific, but I just love the base game as well. Nothing yeah, no, it's gonna stay in my collection. It's been part of our collection for years. It will always be part of the collection. Okay, so as you're watching this on YouTube, folks, what friends are doing in chat, we're dropping comments in chat as we go along here. So this is all live, and this is a lot of fun. Got Imagine Eric. He says, excuse me, Heat, Pedal to Metal, Scout, Deep Sea Adventures, Kobo Yakawa, Marrakesh, pardon me if I'm destroying these names, Revive, Almanac, The Dragon Road, Earth, Hamburg, Raw, Cascadia, Planet Unknown, 5 Tribes. So many good games right there, Imagine Eric. I don't know which one to highlight. You know what I'm going to do? We're going to go to YouTube, look on Dice Tower, their channel, Raw, and your buddy Ruel Gaviola may have played it the summer. Was it? No, it was not the summer, the Spring Spectacular or Autumn Spectacular a couple of years ago. And the reason why I'm highlighting this, number one, this is the older version of the Raw. It's a Reiner Knizia game, auction game, a classic. Some say is best. I still like Samurai the best, even though it's not an auction game. But the reason why I'm highlighting this game run through, I got to play with Tom Vassell, Z Garcia, and Mike DeLisio. We played the older version. I love this game, but here's the reason, folks. If we skip all the way ahead here, guess who won? There it is, right there. I won the game. I'd gone there for a couple of days. They had me out. Really, very grateful for them having me out. Had a lot of fun. But I didn't win a game the whole time I was there until Raw, the very last game I was scheduled to play with them. So a lot of fun. Good peeps, and I won. I love this game. I just got the new deluxe version from 25th Century Games. I played that before. Oh my gosh. They did everything right in this new version. So you got to check it out from 25th Century Game. I think it is now out at retail, but no matter what version you have, Raw is a winner. Thank you for that, Imagine Eric. Let's move on to our friend Tech. 2674 play Drop It, Camel Up, Sequence, Exploding Kittens, Cubitos, Quacks and Quedlinburg Quad. Here's so many good ones. Again, I don't know what to... you know what? I'm going to do Cubitos because our friend To Live and Nice in LA, they just played it for the first time. They recently got their copy, and I think at Barnes & Noble. I don't know where they got it. It doesn't matter. What matters is they enjoyed it as well. And Cubitos, folks, it is, what we've been calling it is Quacks and Quedlinburg, the dice game. Absolutely love it. Push your luck. And why isn't my screen loading here? I don't know why it's not loading. But anyways, let's pretend. Oh, there it is. There's Michelle and I. Fast forward to the gameplay. It's a race game. It is a push your luck game. It's got a ton of dice. I love chucking dice. Each die has a different ability, and those abilities change from game to game depending on what cards you're using. And you're just rolling dice, doing a little engine building as well, or dice bag building. Your dice get better. You get more symbols. Oh my gosh, I love playing this game. We just played in this version. We just played the standard game. There's other boards that you can play, and there's a new expansion that they just announced. They crowdfunded it, so I think the expansion comes out next year, I believe. And did anyone back that? I totally forgot to back it, and I'm sort of kicking myself. But I'm pretty sure one of my friends is going to have it. We're going to play it because this is a huge hit with Michelle, myself, and everyone I know really enjoyed Cubitos. And there's a reason why. It's Quacks Quedlinburg, the dice game, folks. Continuing on. Thank you for that. Daniel, our friend Daniel, who recently celebrated his birthday. Let's see what he plays. Feast for Odin, Anachrony, Aquatica, Dice Throne, Green Team Wins, Just One, Astra, Poison, Planet Unknown, Dungeon Degenerates, 9. Oh, another Legacy of You. Land vs. Sea, Fog of Love, 11. Oh my gosh. Now, I said happy birthday to Daniel. We're talking about his birthday because Michelle and I, we got to play games with him and other friends. We played Just One and Green Team Wins. Both excellent party games. Let's see. But why don't we look at Aquatica? Now, they actually had this on the board, or on the table when Michelle and I showed up, but we were on our way to a Dodger game, and they gratefully, very nicely said, hey, we want to play with all of y'all, so let's play something that we can all play. And we had Green Team Wins and Just One in the bag, so we played those. But Aquatica I want to talk about when the video shows it. Why is this so slow? Is it because I haven't paid for YouTube Premium this month? They got me on regular YouTube, so it takes forever now. Is that what it is? Michelle and I did a run-through of Aquatica for Tabletop Live Network, sponsored by Arcane Wonders, where, oh man, that's blue. deck building slash resource management. And what I really like about this, you'll see the player boards here. As you're adding these, they're going to slide into your player board. You're going to cover up things. And I always thought that was the coolest thing about this game. Man, now I'm looking at this. It's been a while since I played. Oh my gosh, we're going to have to play this one again. I really enjoyed this, but I don't remember how to play it. I do remember enjoying it. It's still in our collection, so it's still in our library, so we did not get rid of it, which is a good thing. But I do remember you have the different abilities that can get triggered. You're trying to get, the victory points and whatnot. But it's a beautiful theme, and I really do like that, how you're sliding cards in there, changing abilities and whatnot. Very, very clever. Okay, moving right along, we've got our friend Ben Osteen. Ben has played, in June, Beer and Bread, Project L, Ornberger, I can't even say it, Ornberger Canal, Sagrada, Furnace, Friday, and yet another Legacy U. That's it. Legacy U is at the top of my list, must play. But why don't we talk about, let me see, did I have a Beer and Bread run through? I believe Beer and Bread, nope, but Rahdo, wait, is this it? Oh, I talk about it, but you know what? No, what it is, I played with my buddy Daryl B. Gaiman, and he had the game, I loved it. And it actually made one of the top of my list the month that I played it. Was it? It was a few months ago. But Rahdo did play it on his channel. I don't think he liked it as much as I did. I really enjoyed this. So Scott Alm's game, it really reminds me of like a Uwe Rosenberg two-player game, but it's so quick. It's like a 30 to 45 minute game, and I absolutely enjoyed it. Daryl and I played. You're baking bread or making beer, and you're using the cards. It's very Euro-y, and as you can see there, Richard's trying to decide what am I going to do. You want to get resources, but these are multi-use cards. It's really clever. And where do you use them? And then you're going to give them up. It's really cool. So you play a card, then you pass your hand of cards to your opponent. So it's like, oh, I want to do this, but I don't want to give them that. What do you give up? And then every other round it changes. Like when the next round after the first one, I think you have to like trade with an open market. That's all that comes into play. And then as you can see there, some cards you could slide under your side of the table or the board, gives you different abilities. And oh, it's a wonderful game. I love this one. Thank you for bringing that up, Ben. I forgot how much I like that one game. Beer and Bread. Scott Alm's the designer of all the Tiny Epic games. Okay, our friend Eva Little played a Book of Time. Oh man, you know I'm talking about this one. I love this one. Books of Time. Is it Book of Time or Books of Time? Books of Time. Okay. Michelle, I did a preview for this on Tabletop Live Network. I should just spring for YouTube preview, because this is usually I have these videos lined up ready to go, so there's no pause. But again, we're doing this live on Twitch, folks, so that you get to see an empty screen for a second or two. But Books of Time, one of the most unique tableau builders that we played. You are literally building books. So you have, a little 3-ring binder that represents the books with a cover, a back cover, and then what you're doing is adding pages to your book. And as those pages are added, those give you new actions, get you more resources. You have a civilization track right here on the left-hand side of the board that you go up. Outstanding game. One of my favorites so far this year. It's really ranked highly. Michelle and I loved it. It has a solo version, which I've been telling myself I got to play it. Have not gone to the table yet, but I love Books of Time. It's from Board and Dice, and they have those heavier games, the T games, right? Teotihuacan and so forth. They also have this line of games that I'm really intrigued by and I really enjoy. So they had Founders of Teotihuacan that came out last year. Also Zapotec, and I think this one fits in nicely. They're like heavier games in like 45 minutes. So I would call them Gateway Plus games, right? But I would call them like Gateway Plus, but lighter, like medium games. But they give you like so many great decision points every game. And there's always tension, like, oh, what do I want to do? I don't have enough moves to get these resources, so I'm going to have to sacrifice certain things. And I love these games because I get this experience of a really meaty, chunky, well thought out game, but I don't have to play it for 3 hours, and it's for me these days, that's my jam. Give me a 45 to 60 minute game with lots of great decisions and, really solid gameplay. Books of Time, one of the best I played this year. Thank you for bringing that up. Evil Little. Great call. Daniel, okay, so again, we're doing this live, folks. Daniel says Legacy U is legit one of the best solo games I've ever played. That's high praise coming from Daniel, folks. Yeah, it's on top of my list now to play. Okay, our friend Dutch Yodo, fellow TLN member. Hello, Dutch. Big old list here. Dutch plays a ton of games because he never sleeps, folks. It's our running joke, of course. But Dutch played Books of Time, Jerusalem, ISS Vanguard, Shake That City, Distilled, Fika, Gloomhaven, Robinson Crusoe, Mystery Tales, Matches of Madness, 2nd edition, Delicious, French Quarter, Motor City, Three Sisters, Jaipur, Next Station, Tokyo, Baseball Highlights, the Dice Game, Istanbul, Choose and Write, the Isle of Cats, Explore and Draw. Woo! Oh my goodness, so much great stuff. I don't know what to talk about. Why don't we highlight Delicious? Because this is from a company that I really enjoy their games. Pencil First Games, they do all, these smaller box games, almost like the size of the Tiny Epic series. But they don't go the Tiny Epic route. They're just epic games, I think, that play in 20 minutes or so. They do a lot of things, Eduardo Baraf, and they do a lot of designs, Eduardo and Steve Finn. Steve Finn, folks, always has these awesome games that are 20 to 30 minutes long. And this is his version of the roll and write. You are, gardening. You're trying to get veggies and or fruits in your garden. But, oh man, the decisions at every point in this game are tense. You want to do them all. You want to collect them all. You can only pick one pair of cards. That's going to tell you what you're drawing and where you're drawing it. And of course, you're going to be able to unlock different abilities that let you draw differently or score different things. Oh, just like Floriferous, Herbaceous, those are like Whatnot Cabinet. These are all hits. I love Pencil First. Basically everything they put out, I absolutely love. Now, there is one that I have not played yet. Actually, there's a few I haven't played yet, but I want to get them to the channel soon. They're actually not from Pencil First, but from the designer, Steve Finn. He actually sent me a few games. What was the one? Anyways, it's a 2-player game. I'm trying to get to the channel soon. It's just, scheduling wise. But anyways, Delicious, huge hit with me and Michelle. And it's a game that I'm going to keep because I love roll and writes and I love Steve Finn games and I love Pencil First games. Check that out. As you can see on the scoring here, you're going to score different planters. So if you know Herbaceous, similar thing here where you're trying to get all the same in one planter, all different in another planter, pairs in another. But then they have, what you're going to draw depending on what cards you pull out. So that's different. And then you have the planter here for just your fruits. That's more of a spatial puzzle where you're trying to line certain ones up. It's so good. It's got so much going on for a 20-minute game. Such a huge hit. Love it. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Our friend Sovereign Razor, also our community manager here at Tabletop Tonight. The Taverns of Tiefenthal. I was hyped to finally try it, but prefer other dice drafting games. And see, that's what's great, folks. Different games are hit differently for other folks. Taverns, I liked it. I remember how much people loved it. But I remember I liked the base game. But I loved it more when you start adding those modules in. Like, there's a bunch of different expansions that come with the game. They start you off with the most basic one, which is fine. But as you layer things on, that's when I really saw how much the hype was real. But again, not everything's for everyone. Thank you for that, Razor. Good to know. Taverns of Tiefenthal. Let's move on. We got Pandemic Legacy. Yes. Oh my goodness. Let's look this up. Pandemic Legacy Season 1. Won't say which one we started to avoid spoilers. So good, right? This is from Cool Stuff Inc. Oh wow, there's a bunch of videos. Shut Up, Sit Down. There's a gang from BGG. There's Rahdo. So Rahdo's playthrough. I wonder if he spoiled things. Video outlining static. Oh, this is a while ago. Richard. Okay. So I don't know which one this is. Let's skip those ads. So if you haven't played this game yet, spoiler alerts, please turn off your, please press mute or pause. This isn't really giving much away. This is, I'll even scroll back a bunch. just to look at some of the stuff. He hasn't even opened a bunch of these boxes. Pandemic Legacy, one of my all-time favorite Legacy experiences. The narrative was so good in this. Yeah, he hasn't even opened a deck of cards here. You're going to change the game. You take basic Pandemic and really, the story is so great, and this set the bar to me for Legacy games. You change it up. You're going to rip cards up because they're going to be destroyed. You're going to change the rules. You're going to sticker up the board. You're going to write on things. So fantastic, folks. If you haven't played a Legacy game before, highly recommend. Okay, yes, as we know, our friend Dutch never sleeps, Dutch Yoda. Finally, we got one more. Eva says, Libertalia with their lovely invalid board. Ooh, did I play that online? Libertalia, Ruel, Gaviola. I think I played this one. Yes, I did. Played the new Libertalia with my friend Lexi. She was here, and we played the new Stonemaier implementation. I'd played the original one before, but this one, the art is fun. It's more like anthropomorphic, so it's got the cute little animals and stuff, but the gameplay is a lot sharper. Components, of course, Stonemaier, awesome. And it does have an automaton where you can play solo, and you can also incorporate that into the regular game as well, so you're playing against an opponent. And I think that's what Lexi and I did for the two-player game. I think you have to include the automa there. So, it's got the whole, hey, action, or, you're going to try to, play a card, and you reveal them. You, depending on what number you play, you're going to go first in turn order, trying to get all these goods and trying to score them. You want to get as much gold as possible. Most goals win. Dutch says, I didn't like the solo mode of Libertalia. Too easy to beat. Oh, okay. Interesting to note. I haven't played it yet, so I think I'll have to learn it so I could beat the solo mode and feel better about myself. But yeah, terrific game. Still in my collection. Libertalia. I think this is a gateway style game, probably Gateway Plus, where it's easy to get to the table, and people, it's always a hit. Plays really well with a high number of players. I think it's 6 is max. I have played a 6-player game and a 5-player game. Great times with that. But yeah, so that is going to be it, folks. Those are the games that you played this month. Thank you for joining me today. If you'd like to join us next time, hit the show notes below. You'll see when I stream, where I stream on Twitch and so forth. But here on YouTube, you get to see what everyone in the community has played. And hey, please join us here. Hit the click in the comments below. Let us know what you played. I'd love to hear what you played. And until then, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button. I'll see you next time for What You Played. Bye, everybody.